Radio Raheem with Mauricio Sulaiman. I gotta tell you, first of all, we keep it tight, so I know it's been a long night last night and a long day already for everybody. But what an incredible night of production of boxing. It was, I think, something on a scale I haven't seen before in the sport of boxing. Have you seen something that big and well produced?
I have never experienced what I saw yesterday. I feel so happy and humbled to have been part of it. And it was just amazing. It shows what can be done. This was a Super Bowl. This was a Oscars Awards. There's so many celebrities, the production, the music, the incredible rising of the ring. And what a fight. What a fight.
Now, with all that said, it is a night that none of us who were there will ever forget. But also, it almost became a night that lived in infamy in the world of boxing. I mean, we got as close as you could get to the heavyweight champion of the world being dethroned by a first-time boxer. When you saw Tyson Fury go down, what thought went through your mind?
This is the beauty of boxing. And we've been saying this all along. One punch can change everything. And Ngannou stood there and landed that left hand right on the temple. And when I saw him go like this, I thought he was going to go like in MMA. But it was such a sensational fight. Tyson Fury, I believe the inactivity and the so much promotion activity got to him. He was not crisp, he was not sharp, he didn't look as if he was as always enjoying the fight. He didn't put the performance that we are used to seeing Tyson Fury, but every single punch that he landed, Ngannou took. So I give all credit to Ngannou. I believe Fury won a close decision, but he deservedly won, and he got very, very close to that upset that would have been monumental in the history of our sport.
If Ngannou had actually gotten the upset, I mean, he was 1 point away, really, what would that have meant for the WBC title?
Well, we had a discussion. The WBC Board of Governors approved this as a special event, and he was going to continue to be the champion if he had lost the fight as per the discussions and the requests that we saw. But all I can take is Ngannou deserves a world ranking. I'm making that suggestion to the WBC committee in the rankings, and it just brings great expectation to everyone.
Where do you rank him now as a WBC fighter, Francis Ngannou?
I certainly believe he deserves to be ranked and highly ranked, but I am not the one that makes the rankings. It's a committee, so I will make my recommendation and they will assess to it.
Now that begs the question, him having come so close to winning, again, I can't stress this enough, in his first boxing match, I'm sure he feels like he demands and deserves a rematch. But as we know, the undisputed title is already signed and delivered for December, if not later or early next year. If Tyson Fury were to decide to take the rematch, does he then become stripped of the WBC title?
Absolutely not. As I said, Ngannou deserves to be ranked. So if he's ranked, it could be a world title fight, title defense. Nobody can question his merits. Losing a close decision and dropping the champion, I mean, what else can you ask for merits to be ranked?
I mean, you can ask for the guy that has all the other heavyweight championship belts. What would that mean for Usyk if he's denied that opportunity, especially after having signed and having waited? I mean, is that fair to him?
Well, this is a speculation, so we are not discussing a scenario. So
but it's a pretty strong potential scenario. I mean,
that if it comes to it, I can discuss it. I'm just I don't like to speculate because that gives false expectations. What I know is the fight for the undisputed has been signed, so that's the fight that should be next.
They say not only is that fight next, but both sides have a rematch clause, so we could probably see it twice. All right, let's hope that nobody rocks the boat, right? We get the undisputed title fight on. Again, it is speculation, but everything is kind of up in the air after what we saw last night. Do you feel like Ngannou then is next in line for whoever wins out of Fury and Usyk?
Not necessarily. The WBC has a process to determine mandatory contenders. In boxing, championship boxing, there are two types of fights. The title defense, which is voluntary, and the mandatory, which is a mandate, a must.
Right.
So at this time, Ngannou is not a mandatory contender. So if he gets ranked and there's a potential fight, he would fight as a voluntary challenger.
Can I make you a boxing fan? I know you're president of the WBC. I know you got to be political and all, but honestly, what would you like to see next? There's an undisputed title fight to happen, but then we have this crazy Ngannou fight that we just saw, where a rematch would certainly be interesting. Just as a fan, what would you like to see?
No, we've been working so hard for the undisputed. We have everybody done our part. We have not forced any mandatory in the heavyweight champion. He has been free to defend. He has been waiting. He offered the fight with Usyk last year for last December. Usyk was not ready. Then it went on. We were led to believe it would happen in March, April this year. It did not happen. So he has been waiting for this to happen. It's signed. Let's see the undisputed. It's gonna be. This brings much more interest to the undisputed title fight, in my opinion. This last night fight.
I don't think that December 23rd will happen because Tyson was cut last night. He's got a bit of a shiner. Yeah, that's a very close date. Is there an expiration date, though, on when he has to defend this WBC title? Like, how long does he have to get back in the ring?
No limits right now. We were communicated that the unification is happening, so that's what we have in hand. Just waiting for a date.
And I'm just waiting for one of these sweatshirts. You promised me that earlier. He's got a ton of these, like, different fighters on these sweatshirts. An amazing
Chavez. Roots of Fight, Chavez.
Yeah. It was incredible last night, Mauricio. I can't wait for this undisputed fight. I think it happens. I hope it happens soon. I don't think it'll happen in December, but maybe early next year we'll get together again and talk about finally having an undisputed heavyweight champion.
Well, I want to be home at Christmas.
Yes.
So it's been a long year, and it's not that I am happy, but I feel relieved. I don't think it will be ready for December 23 because it was a grueling fight, a very tough fight that our body needs to heal before getting back to camp. So,
lastly, if you were able to plot Ngannou's course, which I know you're not, but if you were, where do you think he should fight, or who do you think he should fight next?
Ngannou is right there now.
Yeah.
He earned in one performance the recognition as a boxer. He's right there. He will have, in my opinion, we're not promoters.
Right.
He will have many options to make a statement and continue this path.
Do you think he beats any of the top heavyweights currently?
It's not that I think, it's what I saw. I saw a man who can take a punch, tremendous chin, tremendous punching power. Looked a little bit not rusty, but
Novice. He's a little
novice.
Yeah.
But I mean, he looked as good as any heavyweight that I have seen. I was very surprised, very proud of him. And of course, he has to be discouraged because he was very close. He could have won. And the excitement that produces, but I'm sure he's being welcomed to boxing.
Yes. And welcome to boxing, Francis Ngannou. You have shaken up the world for sure. Have a wonderful Christmas.
You too.
Congratulations on an incredible night. Radio Raheem with Mauricio Sulaiman.